Hey everybody, Rick Groves here. We're going to talk today about a new product that I received just recently from Amazon, which is the Sharkk Bluetooth 10 watt remote wireless speaker. First of all, let me say that this particular speaker is not for everybody. It is for a lot of people. So let's try to figure out whether it's for you or whether it's not. If you happen to be an audiophile that is looking for a surround system type experience that you would get from a high-end Bose, for example, this is not going to be the speaker for you. But then again, the price tag is not there. Since I travel frequently, I was looking for a good portable Bluetooth speaker that gave me good sound for listening to music, watching movies, listening to audiobooks on my tablet, on my cell phone. And what I came up with was this Sharkk speaker. The reviews were pretty good. The specs were pretty good on it as well. The battery life appeared to be outstanding, and the price tag was very attractive. Now, quite honestly, whenever I bought this, I paid about $65 for it. Earlier reviews said it was down in the mid-40s. However, there has been a software update on this, and to me, the software update, considering the fact if I had not known that it was selling in the mid-40s, I wouldn't even have concerned myself with it, and I still don't, quite honestly. I think $65 was a really, really good price for what, in my estimation, is a terrific speaker for my particular needs. Now, if you are an audiophile, and you are looking for something that's in the equivalent realm of a Bose theater experience surround sound, this is not going to be the speaker for you. If you want something that has plenty of sound coming out of it, and if you want something that has terrific battery life, this is a really good speaker at a terrific price. Let's look at the box. When it first came in, it's always kind of nice when you get something from the Smiley Box place that meets your expectations. It's even better when you find something that exceeds it. This particular speaker has really exceeded the expectations. First of all, in my normal routine run-of-the-mill life, I am a marketing guy. And so the box really kind of impressed me. It was a very well constructed, thick cardboard. It reminded me more of what you would get an upper end electronic item in, maybe something like an Apple product. Inside the box itself was very good packaging, and they had a couple of nice little treats. One of the things I didn't expect to be included was a really nice little carry case for it. It's not really a carry case, but a carry sack for it, little drawstring type. As a matter of fact, it's never been in this case yet because I just got this speaker in and I haven't had a chance to travel yet. So we will try it out right now, first time on YouTube. And it actually works pretty well. You got a nice little drawstring up at the top. Good little connectors on the end, or protectors on the end, and a nice logo on it. So in case you forget what's in there, you can look at the bag without even opening it up. If you need to do that, you probably have worse problems. Okay, so now the speaker itself. Before you put this speaker into use, the only real frustration I had was that it does need to be charged for a couple of hours. And that's nothing against the speaker itself or against the manufacturer. It's just a matter of physics. Batteries do discharge as they are being stored and as they are being shipped, so charging it is a good thing. But I am a little bit impatient and I like to get to try out my new toys as soon as possible. So 2 hours was kind of a finger tapping. Is it 2 hours yet? Then I had a chance to really give it a shot. So let's go through the controls on this speaker. There's not a lot, but if you look right here on the end, at the top there is a power button, just a simple press and hold, power on, power off. There is a headphone jack. Now the headphone jack is dual purpose. You can use it for remote headphones if you want, which is really kind of neat. I don't know that I would ever use that, but you can also put another one of the Sharkk speakers on it and wire it directly so that you're Bluetooth connecting into one speaker, the lead speaker, and then you are a physical hardwired connection to the second speaker, and you can have both of them working at the same time. So you double your sound. The next small jack is the auxiliary in. So if you don't have a Bluetooth connection on your device, let's say for example you've got an iPod Nano or an MP3 player, something that you just want to connect, anything that you have that has the little mini RCA jack, you can go ahead and put into this as well. Then at the bottom you have a USB charging port. Now this is a charging port only. You cannot use it for any sort of connectivity. It is simply for charging. Looking at the buttons on the top from left to right, you have an M button, which is for mode. This will allow you to swap back and forth between Bluetooth and the wired connectivity. And then you've got your normal, previous play, pause, next buttons. Then you also have the volume down and the volume up button, and then you have a phone button over here. One of the things I have not mentioned yet is the fact that you can use this as a speakerphone with your cell phone, which is really kind of a nice thing if you want to do a conference call. The quality of the microphone with the voice going in is terrific. Quality of the sound coming out is terrific. For a small group around around a kitchen table, around a small boardroom table, this would be a terrific add-on for that to give you some portability, especially if you're business out on the road, or if you're just wanting to do it because you want to get all the family together on a conference call. So great thing to do. Okay, let's talk about pairing. Whenever you start this speaker up, again, you've got the power button right here on the end, so you're going to press and hold. Once you press and hold, there's an LED. That LED will light up to let you know that the speaker is on and functioning. Now, if you look at the top row of buttons that we've talked about, the top row is going to have a play pause button. If you press the play pause button,
pairing,
it'll say pairing, and now the LED is flashing between blue and red. That lets you know that it's in pairing mode. Let me see if I can get both the phone and the speaker up here in the field of view for the camera and show you what I'm doing. So I'm going to go ahead and not show you my secret passcode, but I am going to turn on the Bluetooth. So Bluetooth now is going to be on, and I am going to have it scan for devices. So looking for devices, it sees the Sharkk Boombox immediately. I am going to click on the Sharkk Boombox. It's going to tell me that it's pairing.
Connected.
And I have a connection from the speaker. Now if I go into settings, it will allow me to choose whether I want to connect the call audio, the media audio, or both. In this case, I'm connecting both. It's about as meaningless as you can possibly get because there's no really good way for you to tell the sound quality from a video. But what I am going to do is go ahead and start from my Amazon Prime account here for music, just so you can hear that it actually does play through the speaker. Yeah, Carlos, he be the man. I wish I could make a guitar sound and weep the way that that man makes it sound and weep. Okay, so much for the musical interlude. Now, going on with the rest of the review of the speaker, it does come with a wireless travel adapter. This is a 1500 milliamp charger. It comes with a flat cable USB. I don't know how well you can see that on the video, but it is not a round cable. It is a flat. You've got the your regular jacks on either side. Don't have to tell you about that. Pretty well standard these days. What I do like about the charger, however, is that it is a very strong charger. In fact, what I do find is that it charges my Samsung phone and tablet faster than what my stock chargers supplied by Samsung do. So I was very pleased with that. Okay, so we've established that the speaker is convenient. However, the quality of sound is really what I'm more interested in than anything else, and the quality is absolutely amazing to me for the price versus size comparison. Again, it's not a Bose. It's you're not looking at some of the top end stuff that's out there, but with somebody who has a reasonable expectation, you're going to find that this is going to be an extremely nice little piece of kit to throw in with your suitcase, to use around the house. I love it. I can't say enough good about it. Specs rate the frequency response at 60 Hertz up to 20,000 Hertz, which for a speaker of this size, again, is phenomenal as far as I am concerned. The bass is really rich, it's deep, It's present. The highs are very crisp without being tinny. The mid-range is very full. I love the sound that it gives to both music and movies and voice. It works, again, perfectly for what I want it to work for. The signal to noise ratio is 90 decibels. The twin 5-watt speakers, so you get a total of 10 watts, pack a pretty good punch for such a small fry speaker. In fact, I do find that music which is recorded at a higher volume than most movies, I actually do wind up having to turn it down a little bit because I don't want it to be distracting from what I'm doing. So I think that you'll have plenty of volume for most users' tastes. It's more than enough for me. Some reviewers have complained that the deep bass soundbite at startup was a little bit distracting and annoying. Apparently that's been solved in the revision of software that mine was shipped with, because that does not occur any longer. The startup is very quick and easy. In fact, I'll go through it again now that it's paired.
Disconnected.
That's your turn off. Very very non-distracting.
Connected.
There's your turn on. Again, very non-distracting. So if that was an issue before, I don't see it as an issue now. Another nice feature is the buttons here on top are dimly backlit. So at night, if you are listening to music in the dark as you go to sleep, or an audiobook, as I often do, then it is easy to be able to see the buttons without them becoming distracting. The buttons are well lit enough to be able to be seen easily, but they are not so bright that they're distracting at night. Battery life on this little speaker is amazing. I have yet to run it down. Their specs are 18 hours. I can't prove or disprove that from use, but I can tell you that according to the specs, it does have a 4400 milliamp battery on it, lithium ion. The charging cycle for using the charger that I mentioned earlier is extremely quick. I can usually have it fully charged again. If I charge it, leave the house, come back in a couple of hours, it's fully charged. So somewhere less than 2 hours from the level I take it down to is a full charge cycle once again. So that's quick and convenient. Again, 18 hours is a terrific battery life. If that is indeed what it gets. Can't imagine that I would be listening to 18 hours in one sitting, so as long as I keep it charged daily, I'm in pretty good shape. Even if I'm out traveling, going to the hotel at night, it's certainly not going to be an issue. Now for the bad stuff. Although it's not really bad, there is definitely some room for improvement. First of all, there's no charging indicator, so I don't know how much charge is remaining or how much charge is put into it up to a particular point. Now, as I mentioned, the charging cycle is rather quick, so for me that issue is really kind of a non-issue. The second thing is probably a non-issue as well, but it does not have any indication of what volume level you're at. Now, you can control the volume here through the speaker itself using the buttons up on top, or you can also control it through the phone. Now, they are separate volume controls, so be aware of that. One does not control the other, at least it doesn't on my phone. Now, what I find is that it's easier for me to simply go ahead and set the speaker at max volume, and then I can control the volume using my phone. To me, that works really well, so that makes it kind of a non-issue. And I will demonstrate that when you get to max volume on the speaker using the controls, that it actually does beep to let you know that you've reached maximum, so that you're not continuing to go ahead and push the button needlessly. So let me use this. Also, I'll demonstrate that I can control my phone by using the button on the top. There's my play and pause. Now I'm going to hit my volume up. Now, I don't know if you were able to hear that above the music level, but it did have a nice little beep there to let me know that it had reached maximum volume. So again, the second issue is probably a non-issue as well. I'm just being a little picky on that. You may be even more picky than I am, and it might be an issue for you. Just want you to have a heads up on it. A final note is one of impression. From the materials that are included in with the product to their website, when I went to check out what other things that they might have available, including a nice little thank you card that was included in the box. The company just gives an overall impression of if there's a problem, they will take care of it. And that did give me a really good warm fuzzy that I like. I think this is going to be a I think this is a good company. I like doing business with good companies. I hope that you do too. So I really recommend this product and consider it to be a very good investment for the less than $65 that I paid for it. And I have an expectation that this is going to rack up a whole lot of miles around with me. Thank you so much for spending a little bit of time here with me. I hope this review has been helpful for you. If you have comments, questions, suggestions, complaints, concerns, please post them in the comments and I will respond back to them as quickly as I possibly can. Please check back in the near future to see anything new that may be up and coming on rickgroves.me, and have a terrifically wonderful day. Thank you.